Hey guys, what up? It's Goose TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden Mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, we are learning more about Madden Mobile 23. Today's reveal stream has to do with competitive, meaning arena, leagues, and also some playbook talk. This is some really important stuff. Obviously, a lot of people play the game just for this competitive aspect, so it's definitely important that we go over it, and there's a lot of, I think, pretty good changes, and I'm going to be going over all of that in this video today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's try to get this video to 75 likes. So today was a reveal stream for, like I said, this competitive stuff. I'm going to be going over the gridiron notes from the stream and is also posted on EA's website. I will leave a link into that in the description. There's also some Discord kind of notes and stuff that I'm going to be going over as well, just maybe some more in-depth stuff like that. So let's scroll down the gridiron notes and I will kind of talk about my thoughts on the changes and kind of what's going on. So starting off with Arena, Daily and Unlimited Arena are back, kind of a similar setup to how it was last year, obviously with overall caps and things like that for the different arenas. So Daily Arena was a good starting point. They worked out the kinks for Madden Mobile 23. Users are going to be playing representations of their team, but the overalls are more appropriate per tier. This should provide much better matchmaking and an overall better feel with an experience with the mode. To that end, as users beat or fall to those teams, the ranking up and down and ranking down is much more representative than before with much more useful rewards. Weights obviously is for the weight room, which is going to be using boosts to boost your team overall for specific categories of players. And you're getting a lot of weights from Arena, and you'll be getting them from leagues as well. That's kind of your main ways to be able to get these weights to give you those overall boosts. So obviously a couple screenshots. Competitive, just a regular screenshot looks fine. The Daily Arena looks pretty cool. Looks like we've got some kind of challenges in there as well. And yeah, so Daily Arena, that kind of stuff, pretty important for you to kind of get through and get all those different weight rewards. And then Unlimited Arena. There's going to be new tech. So usually Unlimited Arena, basically you could go in and play based on your team overall tier. So, if you were under a certain amount, you could play, 2,700 power or team overall. You could play under that. If you were all the way up to 10,000, there'd be a 10,000 tier. Now this year, there's going to be tiers for, player overalls as well at the same time. So, Unlimited Arena will be launching with 3 tiers: 2,700 team max with 115 overall cap, 3,500 team max with 150 max individual, and then 4,250 team max, but there's no individual. So those are the 3 tiers that will be launching, and these 3 tiers will have 50 total milestones of rewards for users to earn as they play, but you don't have to play any specific one. They're all going to work towards those 50, and the rewards are going to be flat across the tiers, and a lot of it is going to be weights, a lot of weights, and that's how you're going to be able to get overall boosts. I think it's a pretty simplified system, but pretty good system. I like the idea so far. But that is how that's going to work. Here's a screenshot of kind of how it's going to work with the recommended team overall and that kind of stuff, and kind of your, like I said, how that's going to go. Next, we're moving on to leagues, and leagues are a very, very important part of Madden Mobile in general. They've always have been, and really now is one of the main reasons most people are still playing this game, especially a lot of the top players and a lot of people that spend money on this game. This is really your one way to set yourself apart from people in the game in general. There's really no arena leaderboard or a ton of crazy stuff like that. There's obviously Field Pass leaderboard, but that's purely based on spend and that kind of stuff. So league versus league is very, very important, the biggest competitive aspect of the game, and there's a lot of changes, a lot of big changes to the game this year for leagues and league versus league in general. So, first of all, the league versus league, there's a 20-member limit. The dev team cut the total by 12. They explained it to encourage more participation in more leagues by more people. I guess that makes sense in general. I'd love to hear if there's anybody watching who is a competitive league versus league player. I don't know if Random Jerry, I know he's been watching some of these videos due to the comments and stuff. Jerry, if you're watching at this point and you listen to all this stuff and you know what's going on with the league stuff, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on all these league changes, especially, like I said, from somebody who has been there and been a member of a very high league. I'd love to hear what you have to say about that kind of stuff, even obviously if you're not playing right now or whatever. I'm just very curious because I've never been a very top league versus league player, so this is not my area to really comment on and make, not predictions, but just kind of think about how it's going to work. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments below. So the big thing is if your league right now has over 20, it will transfer to over 20, but the problem is it's going to be a pain when you try to match league versus league, because we'll talk about that in a second. The new search size is 16 and 16 only. So like I said, we'll talk about it in a second, but league versus league, 20 member max. Other updates to leagues include the league store returning and replacing the championship store from Madden Mobile 22. A unique feature of this new league store is that users' league placement or results in league versus league will directly determine what offers and rewards they will see in the store. Weekly league achievements are back as well, a lot more weights and stuff like that. And finally, League Tier will be visible in the League Hub. What is League Tier? This is brand new this year, and this is kind of a new leaderboard-esque idea, and it's going to work with seasons. So let's talk about that. The first and most prominent update to League versus League is the structure of the mode itself, specifically around League Tier and the leaderboard. Leagues will now be promoted and demoted into various league tiers and earn rewards based on their performance against other leagues over 7 days. In Madden Mobile 23, each league versus league season is 7 days, so week-long seasons, the leaderboard will kind of reset, and you'll get different tiers in there. So how many total points a user in their league racks up over those 7 days in those 7 matches will determine which tier they end up in the leaderboard. Wins still matter, as they will offer additional weight, so getting the W as well as scoring the most possible points is the optimal choice, but in general, it's just going to be purely points scored rather than your record, because obviously there's probably going to be a lot of leagues that go 7-0, with only, like I said, seven days, only a week long. So rewards, you're getting a lot of different weights. Obviously, well, not a lot of different. You're just getting weights in general. You're getting a lot of weights. And the number of weights will differ based on which tier league is, which tier a league finishes in. So that makes sense. Obviously, the better teams, the better leagues are going to get better rewards. I think that's a good idea. Wins do not currently fluctuate based on tier, but based on some changes to make wins more rewarding should occur shortly after launch. So that's kind of cool there. I like that idea for League versus League. I think it's kind of a cool idea. I think a lot of this is encouraging a lot more League versus League participation, as they kind of said. That's what they kind of want. And it's not just like the repetitive grind of, I mean, obviously it still will get repetitive, but we've never had anything like this in League versus League. It's really just been matching. Obviously, we've had a bunch of changes to how League versus League matches and all this kind of stuff, but it's always just been the leaderboard. And obviously, that's big bragging rights, but I think this will be a little bit more interactive and a little bit more, I think it'll last longer, if that makes sense. Keep people playing a little bit longer for League versus League. I think it's a good change. So the big thing is that Universal Spin is now at 16 and only 16. Leagues, you want to be at your 16. You want to be at 16 people that spin. If a league doesn't have 16, their opponents will play their drives against generated defenses that are designed to be average based on which a tier's user league is in. So that's really important. And also, definitely a question that I have is, if you do have a league that's smaller, will you match against people that are 16, or will you still match maybe against people that are at your save? So let's say you spin with 13 people, because you're not at the max, whatever. You're not at your 16 people for the spin. Will you match somebody else that has 13, or will it just give you a team that has 16, so you automatically lose just because you have less than 16? That's what I'm kind of leaning towards, what it sounds like, but I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of that, but that's just how it's going to be. This is important for people who are going to be getting rewards. A member of a league is required to play at least 12 drives per week to be eligible for rewards. As mentioned in the above section, this is a negative implication of users who transfer in leagues above 20. It is virtually impossible for every single user in a league with over 20 members to get 12 drives in. That makes sense. This will also mean users are not getting rewards, not completing daily goals, and most importantly, not receiving all possible field pass points. Stuff like that will be talked about next week. So that's very, very important for League versus League, and definitely some big changes. Let me know what you think about those in the comments below. And the last thing I want to talk about is going to be playbooks. Playbooks, obviously, they're going to change a little bit every year just to balance it. There's going to be plays that are really good and they work every single time, and there's going to be plays that absolutely suck. So they want to balance those playbooks out, maybe add a few new plays in here and there, and also take out the ones that are working too well or not working at all. So I think they also said they're going to try to make the playbook updates throughout the year, so make it maybe more consistently, get some updates, some new plays, change plays that are, way too OP or, like I said, not work at all. So, specific playbook changes: Hail Mary has been replaced with 4 verticals, tight end out is gone, halfback counter is gone, PA bubble is gone. That was a bad one where it averaged negative 0.6 yards across all game modes. Dagger will return, running back circles is back, levels Y sail has been moved to the short pass playbook, PA halfback wheel is in the option playbook, and wide receiver center corners have been replaced with the bunch set version. So that is the playbook stuff, and that is really what we're talking about today. Next week is going to be promos and field passes, which is my favorite stuff. I'm very excited for that. Like I said, that's like my favorite area of the game, so I'm very excited to hear what is going to happen with that kind of stuff and how those are going to work with the game in general. And so far, we're 2 weeks away from Madden Mobile 23. And so far, with all these reveal streams, I've been pretty happy. I know I'm not the most thrilled in general with the direction of the game, but what I am thrilled direction-wise is from Madden Mobile 22 to Madden Mobile 23. I don't think this is going to be a game that I'm going to play long-term or anything like that, but at the same time, it is definitely everything that we've seen so far, at least on the reveals, seems like an upgrade, and just seems better. It seems like it just seems like a better Madden Mobile 22. It's a new and improved Madden Mobile 22, which I guess is better. Madden Mobile 22 was not good at all, and I really didn't have fun playing much at all. But like I said, the stuff that we have seen so far and we have heard does sound like it is going to be better. So we'll definitely check it out. 2 weeks away. Next week we'll talk about promos and field passes. That is just about it for this video, though, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Goose TV, and I'm out. I will see you guys later.